We are now connected.
Welcome in, my beautiful friends. I am so happy and excited to have each and every one of you here with me today. So thank you, everyone. Now, I'm outside of my studio again. I felt called to stand in nature and deliver this message for you. So I want you to know that over the next 24 hours, there is something shifting for you. Before I began filming, I sat with the energy for this collective, and these are the cards that came through for you. So the first card was something is happening for you within a day. So I'm going to read the message here. So what you're asking about is moving fast. Expect news or information or a clear sign within the next 24 hours. So this is the energy coming in. It's happening fast, everyone. And this is something that you might not realize until it happens, right? So the next card that came through was sudden arrival. So I feel this is a storm or something that you need to pass through because whether you like it or not, it's going to happen. So this could happen suddenly and without warning. From one moment to the next, everything will change. Be prepared. It's just like right now. It was bright and sunny and the clouds are in front of the sun. That just happened suddenly. I wasn't expecting it. So this is how the energy is moving through your life, and the storm in this house represents possibly a storm within you as you're moving through your experience, right? So lightning, thunder. I actually had a storm here where I live, and there was rumbling that was happening as I was filming my readings. So that one's already posted on the channel. Now, the other card that came through for you was, it is already yours. It's already yours. So I feel this is what is being revealed to you. So this isn't a future event. Everything is unfolding to match what's already yours on a deeper level. So know that it's already yours. There is no need to doubt. There's no need to disbelieve. They want you to believe in whatever it is you've been asking Spirit for. Whatever it is that you've been putting energy towards, it is coming in within the next 24 hours. Some sort of sign, something that is going to clarify or give you guidance around it. So I'm going to pull a light code, an angel number from this card deck. And I've already shuffled the cards. I'm just going to split it, and we're going to pull one card and see what they're wanting to share with you. So your number, your light code here is 834. What I like to do is I like to take this number and write it in the palms of my hand with a black pen. So the message here is about energetic responsibility. Be aware of the vibes that you send out. Your angels alert you to be aware of the vibrations you are sending out into the world. How are you showing up in your world right now? What is the energy exchange you are making with everything in this universe in your experience? What are you going through is creating havoc for those who are absorbing your energy. Lie in a calm state and focus on breathing deeply in through your nose and out through your mouth. After a few deep breaths, do a full body stretch. Feel balanced and stabilized in yourself. So with something like this kind of a light code, I will take the number. I will do sets of 8, 3, and 4 exercises or breathing exercises to calm my nervous system. So you can try that for yourself and see if it works. And you have any other kind of methods, you can share with us in the comment section below. I love taking a shower at night. I mention this all the time because it works for me. And it might work for you as well, your connection with water. So 8:34, I feel this is also timing for some of you. There's something happening in the next 24 hours and it might happen at 8:34. So let's pop these back in. I don't want anything flying around as the wind has been picking up quite a bit today. So we're going to pull some tarot cards and see what else Spirit wants you to hear today. So again, I've already shuffled all of my cards. I'm going to do it a little bit more right now, and we're going to start with the 9 of Cups. It's already yours. So this is fulfillment. This is attainment. This is something that Spirit is bringing into your awareness because it exists in the reality you are living. Okay, so some of you are already in an experience of abundance, and there's more coming in for others. If you're not there, this is what you're going to now begin to see through the way that you are seeing your world and how you are showing up in it. Okay, so next, we are getting the Eight of Cups. I see that you are walking away from things that no longer serve your higher purpose, like they don't feel right. You're starting to feel things. And I'm actually posting this reading on June the 5th. Today in the cosmos, the asteroid Juno is going retrograde in the sign of Aquarius. So this is the energy that is sealed into this video. So no matter when you're finding it, it's exactly what your soul is meant to hear. So there is a spotlight on some of the connections and relationships that you have in your life. And I'm seeing that you are now tuning into what is in alignment with you and what is not. So there is a major awareness around this. And next, we are getting the Emperor card. Wow, this card's been coming up so much for the collective. It is just unbelievable. So this is your power in your world. You are not here to compete with anyone. You are not here to compare yourself. You're here to be just you ruling your reality. And I feel this is sometimes a reminder that we need. So Spirit is bringing this a reminder again, and they will continue to do it as many times as they need to bring you back into your power. So the Emperor card is a major arcana card. This energy is going to be prominent in your life. However, it does tend to be in the background. So some of you are going to feel this energy intensely, while others you're going to feel this subtly. So I want you to use your own intuition with my reading today. So whenever you see my cards popping up on screen, I want you to try and interpret them using your own intuition. This is going to strengthen your intuition, and you will also receive your own messages. And that is my favorite part, is when you share with me how these cards connect with you, how they show up in your life, and how you resonate with this reading. So share with me in the comment section below. So let me just pop these back in. Again, I don't want to lose anything today. And there we are. So we have the Nine of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and the Emperor. In a way, I feel that you have leveled up in your life experience. Like you are moving on to this new chapter. I feel you have recently cleared away energies that you felt were draining you. And there's a whole journey here that is unfolding with this whole experience for you, and it feels very empowering. And before I continue on here, I just wanted to mention that we all live a different life experience. These cards are going to present themselves differently in each of our lives. This is also a general reading for you today. So those of you that are watching, if my reading isn't resonating for you, please leave it behind, but also pass this reading along to someone that might need to hear its message. So I also am going to link your individual readings in the pinned comment section below that are extensions of this collective reading. So make sure you check those out. So we have the number 9, the number 8, and the number 4. You might be seeing these numbers around. Remember that these are connected to the energy that you are moving through right now. And because we are also moving through this retrograde over the next 2 weeks of our lives, I want you to really pay attention to how you are choosing to navigate your experience with others. I do feel that because we have 2 cup suits, the 9 and the 8 of cups, this has to do with some of the relationships, connections, and commitments that you have in your life. And there's something that is becoming very clear here that I feel you saw, you noticed, but didn't think much about it. But because it's happening more and more recently, it's becoming somewhat of a bother to you. You're not feeling good in the exchange of energy. And, I already created a collective reading around this, but I feel that this is something that some of you are still going through, right? It is something that hasn't passed through yet. So you're in the thick of it. And this is around you creating healthy boundaries. I feel some of you are walking away from relationships or starting to realize where there's an imbalance in the relationship dynamic. So there's been this awareness around it. Maybe you haven't done anything about it yet. This feels like the 9 of Cups, where I feel some of you are showing up as a version of you that someone else prefers, right? And you're not wanting to be that version because that just isn't you. So I feel there's a major spotlight on you and how you are showing up and which version of you is in this relationship. And I'm starting to notice that you are noticing, a lot of this around you. Again, it is how much you've been putting into a relationship, the energy that you bring into something, and this feeling of others as well. So I'm seeing some of you even in your work experience where there's a little bit of slack, or time management isn't there, like it's out of balance. It feels misaligned. So perhaps you're wanting to vocalize this and you're not feeling like you're being heard. I'm seeing that you are stepping over this threshold where none of this is going to matter, or it doesn't matter anymore. So it's really interesting how this energy is moving through your life. It's almost like you're coming to peace in the experience because you have decided that it's not going to bother you anymore. So you can share with me in the comments how you are shifting the energy around. And I feel that if you're in an experience where it doesn't feel good, you feel like I'm not connected to abundance, I'm not connected to love, it's going to come through you first. So you have to turn that light on, and then you'll see it shining back at you. And it's not something that happens instantaneously. And I feel that when you're in this frequency and vibration within 24 hours, something is going to be very clear to you. Those of you looking for peace, looking for calm, looking for connection, it is already there for you. I see that you're already a very abundant person. And sometimes we forget that we have this energy inside of us because we are taken advantage of, or, people aren't reciprocating it in the way that feels good to us. And there's like no awareness around that either. And, this frustrates me sometimes when I'm dealing with this. I remember a long time ago, I had a friend, and the relationship was really good as long as I was the one showing up in it. And she didn't have to put as much effort. And anytime we went out, I would be the one flipping the bill. And I was like, I started to notice that, there's always an excuse or something where they don't have to pay, but they want to go out with me and they want me to call them to do all the work and then, and I was just like, I'm seeing a real pattern here with this. Like there's something wrong. There's like, and this energy doesn't feel aligned to me. So I just stopped participating in that energy, in that relationship, in that experience. So I'm standing underneath this structure here, which feels like a little patio for our front yard. And I can hear something walking around on the roof. And I think it's either a chipmunk or a squirrel. So I feel there are distractions coming in from chipmunks and squirrels in your lives. And this energy does feel like it sometimes interferes and gets in the way. And it sometimes knocks you off your path because all of a sudden you fall down and you're thinking about, all the things that you have done and all the things this person hasn't done. Someone is not matching your vibe here, and you're noticing it and it doesn't feel good. It's throwing you off your frequency. And I feel that the more you're thinking about it, the more that it needs to be addressed, the more that perhaps you're meant to communicate or maybe create some healthy boundaries. I feel that your body is always going to let you know what feels in alignment and what doesn't. And it's through your emotions and your feelings that you're going to know. And I want you to trust them, right? I've been talking about boundaries, reinforcing them. I find it in my own experience really hard to do that, especially around family, because there's a version of me that they know, which was much more generous, which was much more giving. And now, after a lot of the take, and not reciprocating, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to protect my energetic space. And if you don't like it, that's on you. And I feel this is the energy, this is kind of the attitude, but in the energy of love, kindness, and compassion, right? So you have to do that. We have to have boundaries. We have to have standards for ourselves, and we have to communicate them. People don't know what it is that we expect unless we tell them, right? So in my own experiences, I've complained and stuff, and then had someone say to me that, well, have you told them? And I said, no. Well, how can you expect them to know that unless you tell them? And then I'm like, oh, there goes the light bulb. And then having to go tell them is the hardest part, right? So I don't know. I feel this is the energy of the Nine of Cups. I feel you're very giving. You have an overflow of abundance, and people are attracted to that. They're drawn to it, not out of ill nature. I mean, it could turn into ill nature, but sometimes people don't know. And if you're not communicating it and telling them, then it it turns into resentment, it turns into burden, it turns into a lot of things that we don't want it to turn to. So here I feel Spirit is encouraging you to shift the energy to abundance, to love, to kindness and compassion. Right? So that is the 9 of cups. We also, the 8 of cups is you walking away. Like this is you kind of saying, does this relationship actually nurture me? What am I getting out of this? Not like being tit for tat with people. This is more of something that you already have been feeling. And I feel this is you transforming. Like there's a version of you that has already risen. And maybe there are people in your lives that might not like this version because, again, it is not catering to them, or it's a version that maybe they need to get used to. And you have to give yourself that adjustment period to give the benefit of the doubt now that the communication has happened. And, in my life, I was never afraid to walk away from a relationship that didn't support me, did not uplift me. I don't really get attached. And I always thought this was a really bad thing in me that I'm not connecting deeply. I'm able to connect deeply, but I'm also very aware of, how this energy exchange is. I'm very giving and loving, and I've been taken advantage of many times in my life. So I'm ultra aware of when the energy feels off, right? So I feel that some of you are also moving through the same experience as I have. This is not something that I feel we experience it from time to time throughout our life. And it happens to us. It's like a pattern. It's something that we're recognizing within ourselves. And I feel I'm learning to work with this version of me that is very giving, that is very loving, that is empathic. You can't help but feel. And, sometimes when I used to say no to friends and family, I'd feel terrible. Like I would just feel terrible that I said that. Now they're going to feel bad because I said no. And this was something that still now is hard for me to reinforce in my life. Like when I mean no, I should mean no and say no rather than mean no, but say yes, right? So, this is what the 8 of Cups energy is. It's what you're giving your energy to and what you're not. This awareness around what fills you up and what empties you, what feels like it's enough for you, like it feels like a fair exchange. It doesn't, nobody's perfect. No relationship is ever perfect. We have to compromise. We have to put effort and energy into relationships and, anything that we do in our life, not just relationships. This is, energy to our job. This is energy to our body, our physical health, our family, the things that we care about. Takes effort and energy. And I don't know, I've got some, people that I've known in my life that I almost felt like were allergic to putting effort and energy in, right? Just wanting things to happen. But in my own experience, I've learned early on in my life, you have to put that effort and energy. This is how the universe matches you, right? So being active in your experience now, I'm getting dance coming in through this card for some reason, and I feel it's because of the number 8. To me, they're showing an 8, like a couple moving around this 8 shape. So I'm getting dance movement for your physical body. So they're encouraging you to move your body, to exercise, to dance, because this is the fountain of youth, is what they're saying here. To release yourself of foods or things that you're doing now in your life to create a better, healthier body. And I feel this may have been on your mind recently. So there's many layers to the experiences you are having and the many planetary alignments and things that are happening in the cosmos that are moving through the experience of the collective here today. So the wind is picking up now. See how quickly the weather changes? This is exactly how the energy is moving through our lives right now. So we have the Emperor card. So let's ground, center ourselves as the wind moves. So allow yourself to bend and dance in the wind, right? This is not a time to be too stubborn or stuck to something. There's something fixed here that needs loosening, needs exploration, needs authority, needs structure, but in a loose way. It's almost like, I have a system in my life, like a structure, a routine, a rhythm of flow. And I follow that because if I don't, I will be all over the place with what I do. And because I have a lot of work, a lot of energy I put behind this channel, I have to be on my game. The Emperor is on his game. And I feel that you are on your game as well. And this is just a reminder that you are the authority over your life, over your choices. You are fully in control of your decisions, the words that you speak, the energy that you give to whoever you give it to, and what energy you invite into your energetic space. This is all you. So in a way, I feel that Spirit is wanting you to focus on reinforcing those um, solid roots in the foundation of your experience and the foundation of you in your experience. To grab that crown again, it may have fallen off. I sometimes feel like, ooh, where'd my crown go? I dropped. Right? Because, and when it drops, it means I've given my power away. That's what I, believe in my own experience. I'm like, I drop my crown, meaning that I'm going through this experience that feels like I've lost my power in a situation. And I'm not a control freak. That's not at all what this is. And this is not about trying to control something, trying to fix something, trying to hold it all together and put all this weight on yourself. This is someone who likes to take charge, who likes to take control, especially if others aren't meeting the expectations. Like, there's a lot that can happen here, and this might not be your energy. It might be somebody with you, around you, like a boss, a spouse, a family member. And again, the boundaries that come with that. And I'm getting an authoritative figure. This could be a father or a mother. This feeling of having to impress them in some way, or to their standards, but you have to become a different version of yourself. It's not in alignment. So I'm getting this like clashing of energies, right? And I don't know why, but I feel this is at the forefront for many of you out there right now, is you and others and the energy exchange. And, I feel I've been going through something similar as well, because I'm like, why am I feeling this way right now? Like, why is this all of a sudden coming up? It's because of the energy in the air. And it's because we are elevating in our experience as we're moving through this. So you want to stay at peace and calm over the next 24 hours, especially. I feel for some of you, this is something that it's going to work itself out for you. I also feel for some of you, you're being called to speak up, and it's just like you cannot hold it in anymore and you have to express it. So rather than reacting, let's sit with it, maybe write down everything we're feeling and we're wanting to say. Sometimes I do that when I want to just like react and say things. I can sometimes say them too bold and direct, and some people cannot handle that. So I try to slow down, write it all down, and then kind of, okay, how can I say it in a softer way, right? So this is the energy coming in for you. So trust yourself, your inner knowing. Be true to yourself at this time. You're a sovereign soul. And this is a year where we are experiencing freedom. But we have to allow ourselves to be in that freedom. We cannot keep carrying everything that we've been carrying. This is a different time, right? You are a different version of you. So we're not carrying the past. We're putting it down and stepping into the future. Right? So over the next 24 hours, you are going to receive some sort of news, information, or sign from Spirit. So trust that. Now, I wanted to pull a spirit animal card for you as well. And this is a spirit animal that is guiding you at this time, and you may have seen this animal recently. So let's see what Spirit wants to share with you here. All right, so we've already shuffled the cards. And we're just going to go into the deck, just pull a random one, and look at this. We are getting Spider Spirit. So funny. One of the reasons why I'm filming outside is because I was filming my individual readings, and there was a jumping spider with a black dot on it that was in my space. So I was like, you know what? Let's go film outside, and look at that. The spider followed me outside. So Spider Spirit, you are meant to weave magic in your world. You know what? It is getting windy now. So I'm going to go ahead, put these cards back in the box. Being very careful at this time, very cautious. Maybe life right now feels like it's windy for you. There may be a storm that is coming and you're being called to prepare, right? So make your dreams real. We have the number 56 on this card. So you may be seeing this number around. I'm definitely getting 56 as May the 6th, or something that is happening What is this that's coming through with the 56? Oh my goodness. So I'm getting 9 days around that. So that's really interesting. It doesn't even add up to 9, but for some reason they're showing me 9. So 24 hours and 9 days. So, oracle message here is weaving your dreams into the fabric of life begins with a single thread of intention. And then spirit joins you as your co weaving partner. Take but a single step to make your dream a reality, and spirit will take 10 towards you. For the universe is designed to support your dream weaving. Spider spirit arrives when you need reminding of the awesome power of co creation with spirit. Ideas and resources will begin to appear as if by magic as you begin to bring your dreams from the realm of intention into the world of the senses as they take form. The action you take is to be clear about your intentions and then act as if you have become the one that lives the life you desire. The web of creation has an uncanny way of coming together to weave the beautiful pattern you set into motion. Another message of Spider Spirit is about any creative project you may be considering writing, painting, music, journaling, gardening, whatever it is. Now is the time when inspiration wants to be channeled. So it wants to be channeled through you. So now is the time to be artistic. Sorry, I'm going to read that again. Where are my eyes going? So now is the time when inspiration wants to be channeled through you as creative, even artistic and tangible. Creative projects are successful now. So if you are so inclined, let yourself be open to abundance. So we are in the energy of abundance right now, everyone. We are riding this wave right now. And Spider Spirit is coming in, supporting you to make the magic happen as you're riding this wave. So I'm feeling called to read you the protection message as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Are you expecting your dreams to weave themselves into your reality? Are you stuck in the sticky web of weaving dreams but never following through? The thread of intention isn't enough to make dreams a reality unless you do your part in the weaving. This is the most important part, is your part in it. So, Spider Spirit wants you to know that your plans will remain ephemeral unless you commit to being productive and industrious. For Spirit will not do all of it for you. Magic needs to be instigated. So, begin to make your dream a reality by taking action today. So, you are the instigator. Okay? What are you willing to do? What are you willing to sacrifice? Can you release your limiting beliefs? Your dream is worthy of weaving. So today is the day to choose one small step toward your dream. And remember, spirit is your weaving partner. You just have to be the first one to bring the thread to the loom and then continue to do your part, right? So you're putting energy into the universe. And I feel that they're encouraging you to be true to yourself and show up authentically as the true version of you. And I feel this is something that many of us are moving through, is really standing for our truth and speaking it to those that I feel we have connection to that may not be, um, I don't know, fully respecting it in a way. And I'm seeing that the weaving is actually connecting you to the right people, to the right souls that are going to nourish your soul as well. There's almost like this beautiful, harmonious energy that is working together. So I'm seeing a lot of growth through the right connections for you. So let's go ahead and pull an angel number and see what else Spirit wants to share with you. Oh, actually, we're going to close and seal your reading with this angel number. So we are getting for you is 4444 stability. Okay, this is what you are creating, is stability. So right now, your hard work is paying off. I feel that you're seeing the results, but so are others. There is a lot of long-term security here. Grounding, again, another practice that Spirit is encouraging you to implement in your daily life. Tend to practical matters. Know that you are growing and you're in alignment with your higher timeline, with your higher self. You're already there, right? So again, over the next 24 hours, you are about to receive something you asked for. So this is your message. This is your reading. I hope it resonates for you. If it does, please comment below, hit that like button. And if you're brand new to my channel and you're enjoying my content, please consider subscribing. Other than that, I wanted to wish you all a beautiful day and thank you so much for watching.
trust you're here for a reason. Spirit called you here.
If you enjoyed that, my family and I have lots more to share with you.
Rhea and I have our helpful 14-day mindset shift and 60-day soul commitment challenge ebooks to help give you the tools to transform and grow into your best self.
You can find my special handmade intention candles made with loving care along with my other creations at Koto Create.
Hi, Tom here. Feel free to check out my spiritual health and wellness videos and more new stuff every day on Sacred Knowledge Living. And sometimes even these guys make an appearance. Take care and be calm.
Last but not least, my daughter and I have these beautiful pendant collections available at Sacred Haven, and Katomi and I are still creating videos at Sacred Oracles whenever we have time throughout the month. So you can find all the links in the description box below, and we appreciate all of your support.
Thank
you for watching. I'm sorry.
It's pretty close.